Alrighty, YouTube, welcome back. Likes, comments, subs, all this stuff helps the channel grow and is completely free. So, as we try to keep our sanity while going through the same days for a second time, let's get going. We have a lot of stuff to do. Our delinquent... Oh, okay, this... We've already read all this. Yeah. This is all the exact same. Oh. Yeah, this is the one... Okay, yeah, this is also the same thing. So we're not going to read through all this again. Something the matter, Yumi's? Oh, this is new. I don't think this was a thing. It's nothing. Anyway, did you know today's race is the finals? That means it's going to be extra fast. Little scary, but I still can't wait. Definitely understand why you might find it frightening. Ask me, that just adds to the thrill. Of course you'd say that. Only ever seen them from behind the screen, but it's probably nothing compared to watching in person. Yeah, I've never seen a race in person. Well, either way, this one's capping off a whole year's worth of races, so it's bound to be extra special. Yeah, I'd have nabbed a seat in the stands too if things went the way they are. Hey, don't let it stop you folks from enjoying yourselves. We don't plan on it, but we plan on it. Believe you me, it wouldn't be worth the lost business otherwise. Okay, this part's also the same. See you later. We'll just be on our way then. Okay, so those little things were different.
Kind of surprised that stuck-up old man would actually come see a race.
Perhaps Mr. Lugan's gradual efforts have started to bear fruit.
Okay, so let's check the city. Nothing's updated. Okay. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have to go through and buy all our stuff again. So that's good. That's definitely good. I think we still need to do this and then the movie, though.
I feel good as new.
Let's see if I'm right. Oh, no. It didn't... Okay.
Fresh?
Interesting. So maybe you don't have to do that? The second half of this chapter? I don't know. It's weird. We'll find out, I suppose. So anyway, if we don't have to go around all the shops and stuff, we just do our quests, I guess.
Let's see.
So we found another weird one in the garden. Word of caution though, when I scanned it, the only thing that showed up was question, question, question. You'll take care of it for us, right? Always feel free to use the terminal on the reset screen to get the job done. Okay, so this is just a monster extermination request.
Would you care for some
So I guess that's what we prefer.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Right, I need to be in here, not in this. Because this will at least be pretty quick. So, can we use anybody in the garden here, or... No, it's going to count this... Yeah, it's going to count this as a quest. And not as a garden activity. Understood. Alright, we can still get it done with this. It'll just be slightly harder. Let's see how this goes.
You're up against a large group.
So I think we're going to go with our traditional strategy here.
I like where this is headed.
Yeah, let's do Heated Roar.
Here goes.
And then for you, who are still our bullet spot. Is there a way to...
Pressure him and move in.
There has to be a way. This is so close. I think that's everything? No, it's not.
Keep it up, it's working.
Okay, there's no way to get everything. Unless... What if I... No, I don't think there's... Yeah, there's no way to get everything. Yeah, there's no way. I guess we'll do the demon stones first.
Over here! All for you! All you on, yes!
I like where this is headed. I'll give it my all.
We should probably only do one, right?
Pressure him and move in.
They're each weak to a specific element, it looks like. So let's just do this, I guess.
Going all in!
Can I?
It's working.
Want to get the side effect bonus? Okay.
Pressure him and move in.
There we go.
This is it. Silver wins.
Oh, it can hit everybody.
Energy output at maximum.
That's definitely not great.
Keep it up. It's working.
Yeah, it's definitely not great.
My move now.
Full boost. Go all out. I like
Let's see if we get to track its attention.
Over here! All for you!
There. You know what to do.
Those misses weren't great, but we hit the one that mattered.
Activating skill. Eat this. Shoot it.
Initiating skill.
Okay, it doesn't have any buffs.
This is it. Flop. Silver wins. A chance. Maximum boost. Activating drive.
Oh, that's bad.
It's go time.
Van's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Ready to roll.
Don't even stress about it. He's fine.
I like where this is headed. Full boost. Go all out. Activating
Let's
skill.
do this!
Alright, Van, we did have a talk. Why can you not hit
Know
him?
what to do on yes. Activating skill. Now we're talking.
Activating
Alright,
drop.
those debuffs are not good. Let's try to freeze it.
Freezing wind. Cut down my enemies.
Oh, that didn't happen.
Shoot it.
Initiating skill.
Here goes. Maximum boost.
Pull out all the stops!
Yeah, that's probably our best bet.
Grant them life. Innocent heal.
I owe you one.
Energy output at maximum.
You have an impede.
Something's coming. Get
Certain
ready.
arcs look to be most effective. Initiating skill.
Get ready. You're done.
Chance! It's go time!
So it takes 100.
Let's do this.
Oh, that did it. Okay, we didn't even need Bestcraft. Column Barrage is now Phoenix Barrage. And that's it. Alright. That was pretty simple. Found Divine
That's a
Phoenix.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
We'll take it. Alright, so let's go get our
Let's do this.
CP and everything back.
Heading in?
That was nice and refreshing.
Alright,
You
now
ate
we need to
nice and
go
refreshed.
and see if there's a movie. I can never remember where the movie theater... Okay, there it is.
Let's do this.
So, can we watch another movie or can we not? Excuse me, lady.
Welcome. Thank you for your visit today.
We can. Oh, we've already seen
Showing
both
on
of
screen
these.
2 will soon begin.
Well, I guess... Well, yeah, I guess there is a point, isn't there? Because we get bonding points with the people, right? So I guess there is still a point. So let's go Shizuna. On it.
We embarked on a journey to reclaim what was right.
Oh, I saw this. It could be nice to watch it, I guess.
Saga of Ravana, the return of the king.
Oh.
Now playing.
So we've already seen this one with on... Okay. Let's try Casablanca?
We have merchandise for the movie on sale at the shop.
And...
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Hmm. Shizuna is not an option for some reason. So...
Thank you for your visit today.
Yeah, I think both of these we've already seen with her. So let's do Elaine
Showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
and...
If you have a
Rosette
ticket,
or
please proceed to
Judith?
the entrance.
I have seen it with Judith too, okay? Let's do Elaine and... Rosette. So we're gonna skip the movie portion because we've already seen it. I just want the benefit. Because yeah, we already seen it, but we want the bonding points, so... Okay. Now that that's done, let's go do our side quest. Oh.
Where's
Sorry.
next?
Patients escape from my clinic and circumstances necessitate they not be left unsupervised. Would you mind bringing it back for me? I'll be waiting in my clinic in the meantime. Dr. Isabel. Alright.
Shall we go?
Don't think I've seen you before.
Let's check out the arena.
Did I just warp to the clinic? Nope. Oh, the clinic's right here. Let's see. Unprecedented doesn't even begin to describe this case. It's times like these when I wish I had that Spriggan on call. Close enough. Speaking of the devil, nice to see you, Arkwright Solutions. Expedient, or expectant looks tell me that you're here about the request I put up. Yep, can't make any guarantees, but give us the particulars and we'll let you know if it works for us. Patient ran away from your clinic, if I recall correctly. Yeah, we did just get it. How exactly did that come about? Start from the top and give you the rundown. I'll begin this morning. A man I'd never seen before had fallen unconscious here in the Blacklight District. Easy pickings. That is to say, I gave him a checkup out of the kindness of my heart. While there weren't any external injuries, his disease had grown so severe that he couldn't move a muscle. I had medication specific to his condition in stock, so I brought him into the clinic and treated him then and there. Wow, you're a real saint of a doctor. Save for the part where she called him easy pickings. Yeah, I don't think that part's very nice. Now this is where the problem comes in. I took my eyes off him for just a second, only to come back to an empty room and some money for my services. There was no sign that anyone else had come in, so he must have ran off on his own. If he was trying to dip out of paying his medical bills, that'd be one thing. But the prices you charge here are practically highway robbery. Besides, this patient left enough mirror before going, right? That he did, and the funny thing is, it was actually more than I was planning to charge. In any case, I have a few ideas as to why he ran out on me the way he did. He kept on ranting and raving. I can't believe they're after me and so forth. There's a lot more to it, but that's the only part I can make out clearly. Those are the words of a guy caught up in the wrong kind of trouble. Whatever it is, it's big enough that he'd rather book it than stay here and heal up. Maybe so. But were it simple as that, I'd have been content to send him on his merry way, lollipop in hand. That's one way to word it. But his treatment isn't even close to complete yet. If he doesn't regularly take medication to relieve any side effects, the results could be disastrous. Worst case scenario, he'll die just like that. Yeah, that's not great. That's horrible. Shouldn't you be out trying to, I don't know, save his life? No need to get so worked up. I said worst case scenario, didn't I? The chance of that are below 1%, though it's 100% certain he'll end up in so much pain that he will wish he were dead. That's not any better. I mean, it's a little better, but it's not great. Indeed, as the condition was critical to begin with, any additional side effects will only exacerbate it. His personal circumstances notwithstanding, it would be best to retrieve him sooner rather than later. I'm guessing that's what you're requesting us to do? Just as you say, my patient paid me in full, so I have an obligation to ride this out to the end. So if he didn't pay you, you just let him die? Okay. Appreciate it if you could bring him back here as quickly as you can. That's way more level-headed ass than I was bracing for. I'm also a bit concerned about whoever it is that is after him. Whether it's to gather information or save someone in need, we're bound to address this matter. What do you think, Van? I mean, we do everything, so why not? We don't have much choice but to take on the job. Thanks. Glad you see things my way. Here's some pills. Pass them along to my patient if you manage to find him. The same kind I'd originally planned to administer in order to moderate his side effects. If he's already exhibiting symptoms, these should be able to curb them for a while. Consider it done. Mind give us a few more specifics on this runaway of yours? Not at all. He's a man in his late 20s with a slim build. Medicine I gave him likely restored his mobility to some small degree. As his treatment is still only in its early stages, ergo far from complete, I suspect he'll be struggling to walk. In that case, it should be easy to follow his trail. Couldn't you give us like a physical description? Then the question is which way the guy is headed. Is he hiding out in the Blacklight District, or did he already make for the hills? Why don't we go to the nearest exit and check? We can ask around the area and see if anyone saw him. Sightings reported, then the likelihood that he left the district grows. Otherwise, we can safely assume that he is still somewhere to be found here. Works for me. Exit closest to us is one in the northeast. Lindsay's shop is set up around those parts. We could try asking her about it. Let the search begin.
Well, we're on the clock now.
I have some good books on sale.
Let me ask you something.
A slender, sickly-looking man in his late 20s. Actually, I did see someone like that just a bit ago. He went through that exit over there. Hit the bullseye right off the bat. Though if he's left the Blacklight District, that gives us no shortage of locations to investigate. We're gonna need a little more info then. Like what direction he went, or if he was being tailed. Anything else happen you noticed, Lindsay? Well, let me think. He was out of breath, but that didn't keep him from muttering to himself. Things like, this passport should do the trick, and it'll be dicey near the embassies, but I have to go. You could have knocked him over with a feather. I was torn on whether or not to reach out. The thin, wimpy types don't usually do it for me, but his heavy panting and looks at agony were so adorable. Well, that's great. Did I say that out loud? Yes, you did. Only at the top of your lungs. Thanks for sharing, though. Funny girl, this one. Anyway, the passport bit sticks out to me. Chances are he came to the Blacklight District in order to get one faked for him. Then there's the part about the embassies. Sounds like he's got no choice but to be in the same area as them. Then our next stop is Auber District. That's where all the embassies are. Well, I can't say I followed any of that, but I'm glad I was able to be of help. Hurry and finish up your work so you can visit me again, okay? Boyfriend number 4. How many times do I gotta say it? We are not together, period. Well, isn't this a comical little routine? You see the glare in her eyes? Terrifying.
I have some good books on sale.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, okay. I thought it'd just take me there, but never mind. Alright, yes, thank you, Van. I knew this was Auber District. This is where the patient from Isabel's clinic fled to, presumably. How exactly are we going to find him? Asking around again, I'm guessing. That's what we seem to do. Going by the dude's mumbling, he'll be steering clear from the embassies if he can help it. Other than that, we're pretty hard up for clues. That was a weird thing. Actually, I've got one thing we could try. Isabel gave this guy something specifically made to treat his condition, right? Said as much, yeah, but what difference does that make? Believe I see your implication. You do? Okay. Let me just check if my idea holds any water first. Wait, can you track it? Oh, we're calling her. Something the matter? We're on the hunt for your patient, but figuring out how to pick up his trail's got us stumped. I had a question for you. Would it be possible to track any ingredients of that medication you gave him? You want us to track the medicine itself? That's kind of creepy, honestly. Really think outside the box, I see. The dosages were delivered both orally and via injection. In other words, the medicine he ingested might leave detectable particles when he exhales. That's very creepy. I can send you the name of the drug if you need. That'd be great. I'll let you get back to it then. Knock him dead out there. Or, well, you know what I mean. Yeah, not sure if that's something a doctor should be saying, but I guess I get the spirit of it. Now I understand. The patient's breathing was labored. The traces he left are spaced closely enough. We may be able to perform a shard search. Yeah, that's some creepy technology, I'm not gonna lie. And factoring in wind displacement will allow us to reverse calculate their origin points too. Okay. Then allow me to test whether a shard search detects any matches to this pharmaceutical's components. Sure, take it away. Traces are discernible, if only faintly. Shard search would indeed be feasible, albeit more difficult to follow than usual. You're incredible, Rosette. Figures your tech whiz wouldn't be much of a Marduk concierge otherwise. Your praise honors me. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Longer we take, the more of the mark Rosette's calculation we'll get. Alright, off we go.
I should offer up another prayer.
Now, this is a unique spot. This is as far as the trail goes. That was a very, what am I looking for? Short trail? Yeah, there we go. A runaway patient must have passed through this gate then. Why? All it leads to is an abandoned subway line. It's a possibility that he has a fake passport, if you recall. In which case, his goal would be to either leave the country illicitly or obtain a fraudulent visa. In that, choosing this route would imply that he's attempting to escape the capital. I see now. He's planning to lose his pursuers by sneaking out underground. Sure, but the border's not exactly a hop, skip, and a jump away from the Auburn district. Take a real nutcase to make that trek with a body falling apart at the seams. Goes to show how desperate he is. Only way to know what he's going through is to ask the guy himself. Let's go inside and get to searching. Keep your heads on a swivel, just in case. Team entered the abandoned subway line and proceeded into its steps. In the distance, they spotted a figure of a man on the run. Okay, it's not anybody we know. It's just a random guy. Shoot, they're gaining on me already. Well, nothing else for it. This won't buy much time, but I'm short on options. A little further until we catch up. Think again. Slipped away. I think I just heard a locking gauge. Doors look old, but the security system seems to be relatively new. Most likely, it can only be released from the opposite end. What now? Maybe there's a detour we can take? Going the long way would just give him a free pass to shake us off. Good point. We're better off keeping up the chase through here. He looked pretty bone tired just now. My bet's that he'll take this chance to rest. How do you plan to open these doors then? The only way we can, by unlocking them from the inside. Think your little friend can help us with that, Quattro? Oh, I get it. You want Theo to wrap around and disengage the lock. Reporting for duty. How are they supposed to get to the other side? There was a duct back over there. Probably connects to this room, structurally speaking. There you have it, Theo. Try sneaking in through the duct. Understood. Initiating auto mode. Oh, I have to play this? Okay. Why are there lasers in this old duct? Like, huh? Why? Ow. Oh, am I supposed to... I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. Okay. I guess I just figured you could figure it out. Or maybe when they introduced this, it was a thing? I don't know. I don't know, man. This is certainly a thing. Ah, crap. Why is this go on so long? This is insane. Well, that took forever. Successfully traversed. Now proceeding to release lock. Way to go. Yeah, I was wondering why I didn't hear any footsteps. Turns out he barely even took one. Would we have heard him falling on the floor, though? Guess not. Damn it all. Can't let them get me. So much for that, dude. Is he alright? Does he look alright on you? Does he? His face is pale and he's sweating up a storm. We've got given the medication we brought, the side effects are starting to manifest. I think they've more than manifested. The group had the man ingest the medicine Isabel had given them. Thank goodness we were able to remedy the situation. I owe you guys my life. What exactly am I thinking, though? At first I thought you were the ones chasing me. We're from Arkwright Solutions. The Blacklight District doctor who took you in sent us a request. Apparently, if you stop your treatment partway through, the side effects could be fatal. She wants you to hurry back ASAP. Said she'd look after you till everything's done and dusted. Side effects? So that's what had me hurting like never before. More importantly, you said Arkwright Solutions, right? Now that I get a closer look, I recognize you. You're that Spriggan who works with the police and guild from time to time. You've even got ties to Kincaid from the Integrated Analysis Division. That'll teach me to let my guard down. You're here to take me back too, aren't you? Not the place I'd expect the spectacled sadist to get name dropped. When you say you're being chased by someone, you're talking about the CID? I know this guy looked familiar somehow. He was there when I met with Renee at the cafe. He used to be a member of the Imperial Intelligence Division. Oh, I was not going to remember that, so thank you for telling me that. Believe me, if I could stop getting tangled up with Renee, I would. We've got no plans to hand you in to the CID if that's what you're worried about. Heck, we ain't even gonna write you out. That don't mean we're on the same side, though. Think of us as more of a neutral party. If we really wanted to capture you, we would have kept those meds to ourselves. I mean, she's not wrong, but you don't have to say it like that. Perhaps you'd feel more comfortable having the guild intervene in lieu of a Spriggan? Or the CID to demand your extradition, though, we would have no choice but to comply. If that isn't to your liking, I suggest you begin explaining what this is about. Fine, I'll talk. Name is Hubert. I'm with the 2nd External Affairs Division of the CID. And I'm sick and tired of being used as a pawn for their international information wars. I'm running away from both them and the Imperial Intelligence Division in hopes of reaching the Free Cities. Not just the CID, but the Intelligence Division as well. Must have held a pretty important position too, being part of an international information war. Important, he says. They treated me as nothing more than a puppet. I was a double agent for both the Empire and the Republic, a quadruple agent, if you will. Great, yeah, okay. Quadruple agent? Yeah, not even a movie would go for something so convoluted. How the hell did you land yourself in that gig? I was originally affiliated with the Imperial Army's Intelligence Division, but after the war I gave up on airborne entirely. That makes sense. So I struck a deal. If I brought them the head of a certain coworker of mine, the CID would let me join them. Simply put, I shifted allegiance to the Republic. Okay, so up until then, you were just a simple spy. Then my target, the Scarecrow, caught on to my secret mission. Threatened me into pretending to be a double agent that had sworn loyalty to the Republic while following the Empire's instructions instead. Playing double agent for two nations and maneuvering to give one party the upper hand. Such are the activities of a triple agent. But then the CID caught wind of my circumstances. They started giving me baited intel, fully anticipating that I'd deliver it to the Empire. It only hit me just recently, but I've been dancing in the palm of their hand for who knows how long. And that's how you wound up a quadruple agent. I think I kind of get it, sorta, except not really. Yeah, this was one of the daydreams in Reverie, if I'm remembering correctly. Just listening to this is giving me a stress ulcer. You know, it was when I crossed over to the Republic that my health started going kaput. Each superpower would browbeat me into probing the other day after day to the point where I couldn't spare a second to hold a grudge against Arnold. Or Arundel, rather. I didn't have the energy to go to the doctors, and whatever time off I had was spent sleeping like a corpse. Wow, and here I thought government jobs were cushy. I don't remember when it happened, but all of a sudden I got the urge to throw my career out the window and leave everything behind. Today was the day I finally acted on the escape plan I'd been ironing out. When I went to the Blacklight District to pick up my fake passport, I sensed the CID nearby. So while trying to hide myself, my condition worsened until I became the wreck you see now. Nevertheless, I was determined to use these abandoned lines to flee the capital. Hey, we're too raw. I get how you'd be fed up with that. Even still, I'd say you brought it all on yourself. Excuse me? When it comes down to it, this whole thing stems from you going turncoat on the Empire. You're lucky they didn't lock you up for treason, or worse, put you up on the execution block. The fact that your neck's still intact makes this the better bargain by far. But hey, what do I know, right? Either way, you're coming with us. Like I already said. Side effects again? The mustard we administered should still be in effect. Perhaps this is a symptom of the affliction itself. Come to think of it, Isabel never told us what he's actually suffering from. Can you tell us the name of your condition? How do you expect me to know? What does it even matter? My time is up anyway. This isn't your run-of-the-mill sickness, not when the pain's this excruciating. Death is coming for me. I can already see the lights. Can't give up now. May not help much, but I can perform some recovery arts on you. Don't bother. Honestly, I've been thinking. Even if I do make a life as a fugitive, I won't have long to enjoy it. The way I see it, this is my punishment for the web of lies I've been weaving. But you know what? That's okay. I gave it all I had and got as far as I could. Pull it together. You won't be on saving just yet. Come on, guys, let's just hand him over to Isabel. Well, that is what we were hired to do. Satan's pretty intent on dying here, but it's not like we're beholden to that or anything. Choice is yours, man. I don't know. Dragging folks along by force goes against my style. Looks like I'm gonna have to say something to make him change his mind. For what he's told us, this guy's got ambition in spades. I could try to goad him on that and stoke his will to live. On the other hand, even if he's already chosen death, maybe I can convince him to reconsider things objectively. Convince him to reconsider, stroke his sense of ambition. Stroke his sense of ambition sounds more fun, if I'm being honest. I'll go with this plan. Forget it, Agnes. We're leaving him. We are? How can you be so heartless? Besides, the whole point of this request was for us to bring him to the clinic. Yeah, what good will it do to lug a guy back who's already happy to lie in his grave? You're satisfied with the life you lived, right? Then the best thing we can do is respect your dying wish. Reverse psychology, classic. Yep. There's just one thing that's bugging me, if you don't mind my asking. Why did you give up on the Empire and defect to the Republic after the war? Wouldn't have done it unless there was something you expected from them, something you could no longer hope for. Have to be worth switching sides for too, so what was it? What else? Status, power, money, I wanted it all. And, did you now? That's funny, from what I've been hearing, you haven't gotten a single one of those things yet. That's... Even if you flee to another country, all you have to show for it are the CID on your ass, a debilitating disease, and zero motivation. Seems like a total wash from start to finish. But if it's any consolation, you made for a pretty hilarious quadruple agent. Might get me a few laughs at my next drinking session. Are you mocking me? My work spans two major superpowers. I fought at the front lines on the fields of counter-espionage. If it weren't for that bastard Arundel, or that CID upstart Kincaid, I'd have fulfilled my aspirations ages ago. I understand how you feel, but yelling will only make your condition worse. Indeed, though I should note that his heretofore declining blood pressure has begun to rise again. Wow, Van must have really steamed him up. So you finished saying your piece to me? Good. If not, you can let the rest off your chest at the clinic. To hell with the consequences. Take me wherever you damn well please. He practically had to pry the words out of your mouth. Just let us handle it from here. That one could have gone either way. Nicely played. That was just the more fun option. There's not really much more to it. Well done bringing him back. You made it look so easy. Sure, easy. I wish. That wound up being way more of a hassle than we bargained for. Did it now? I already had the impression he was tougher than most the way he scurried off his sickbed. I can't take it any longer. You're in critical condition, alright. Hey, what are you snickering about? Someone's life is on the line here. Is he going to be okay, Isabel? Is there anything I can do to help? Just say the word. I get that you kids have moral compasses for hearts, but I advise against playing nurse here. Treatment process will be a bit difficult to watch. Better to spare your eyes as well as his dignity. Out of curiosity, what exactly is he suffering from? Oh, did I never tell you? Urinary calcosis? Pardon? You mean like math? Not quite. In medical terms, calculi are stone-like crystals that form internally due to extreme stress or an irregular lifestyle. In most cases, they're found in the kidney or bladder and block the urethra, affecting the bladder and stomach before spreading all throughout. The patient is then struck with enough pain to make death a mercy. They're in perfect health once the stones are expelled from their body, though. And mind summing that up for us? Simply put, it's not an untreatable disease. Most cases can be cured without surgery. Are you kidding me? I mean, I guess it's better than being in mortal danger, but still, my expectation do feel a little betrayed. Say it like it is. We got played. Now. To be fair, everything she said from the get-go implied the medication was all you needed. You should have spoken up the moment you realized that. Oh, there has to be some mistake. Feels like I have a full set of knives filleting me from the inside. Pain depends on the size of the stone. In your case, it's decently large at about 0.4 reach. Don't worry, I'll give you a shot to ease your suffering. Though it'll still be quite intense until the stone passes. You're just going to have to buck up and keep yourself hydrated. All I can do is power through. Doctor's orders, I suppose. This is also draining. But look on the bright side. Now you're on the road to recovery. And with that, the quest is successfully complete. Reset's like, let's get out of here. Though for Mr. Hubert, the issue of the CID yet remains. Hate to leave you hanging, but this is the part where we pull out. We won't go out of our way to blab to the CID about you. Push comes to shove, we got no reason to keep our lips shut. You did just say that you were a neutral party. But not that it's any business of ours, but have you given any consideration to what you'll do next? About that. You telling me off gave me a lot to chew on. I'd rather keep my distance from the CID until the stone passes, but afterward I think I'll go back to them. Huh, is that so? Absolutely. I'm not ready to go out as one of history's least memorable footnotes. I've been playing the deception game on a national scale for 2 entire centuries. You can't even imagine how many state secrets I know. What's more, I'm in a position to watch how Arundel and Kincaid play their cards. As for the fake intel they're feeding me, I'm sure I can get plenty of use from it. That is all this to say, I'm going to stay a quadruple agent and build up my own place in the world. Then someday, I'll rise high enough to wrap Arundel and Kincaid around my finger instead. Clearly your imagination is more powerful than mine. Sounds like a pipe dream for now, but imagine the drama if it ever became a reality. I don't see the issue. Either dream big or not at all. Then he can deal with the aftermath on the off chance he actually makes anything of it. Can't help but feel a little bad for Mr. Kincaid. Whatever your 5-year plan is, it can wait until after we take care of that stone. Let's get some painkillers in you before the next wave hits. Go on, head inside. Right away, Doctor. Guess this is goodbye. Thanks for everything, truly. I'll transfer you your payment like always. Appreciate it. Yeah, get well soon.
That's one more case done and dusted.
I don't know what I was expecting with that quest, but it wasn't that. Hey, and we reached 5. So we have 5 for everything now. Obtain Mirror Gray through Mirror and Van synchronization. Alright, so let's check that out. We've done 34 SPGs. That's crazy. Hollow Core. So we've been using Law right now. What's Gray? Evasion plus 55%. Hot damn. Strength. Okay, strength ATS plus 14. Defense up. Speed plus 42. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Evasion counter damage 90%. Void evasion tanking is back. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this. So the strength and speed's the same on these. We lose the 2... Oh, wait, no. We actually gain 3 more movement. Evasion and counter damage is plus 90%, which is so... this has to be the best one. Only thing we're losing is 5 CP after acting. But the evasion counter damage is so much better. We have to go with that.
I knew you couldn't resist.
We have to go with that. So that means when he's boosted, he'll have 110% evasion. And then we could give him insight and get like 160%. Okay. Sure. You know what? I think there's one of these that grants insight, isn't there? I think there's one of these that grants insight. That is freaking insane. Maybe not. Let's swap this out. I think it's time to swap this out. Saint Arrow.
Arsenal modified.
Single HP recovery, single cure. No, that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm looking for the one that gives insight status. I know there's one, I just don't remember what it's called. Do you remember what the skill's called that gives insight, Julie?
Arsenal modified.
I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called.
Arsenal modified.
I really cannot remember what it's called. That's problematic. Oh, is it Crescent Eye? That might be it. Insight, yeah. This is it. I found it. Never mind, we're good. It's Crescent Eye. Now we know, and knowing is half the power. Or, half the power, half the battle. Then we give him Aegis Shield, and... like, we're never going to use him to attack. Maybe we do give him an attack. Just in the off chance. I guess we could. We don't want to give him something that costs a ton. You know what, Cures Chaos. Let's give him that. He does have Argent Thorn in case he needs it. Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. Alright, I'm good with that. Yeah, that's crazy. That is a very good reward. Alright. I wouldn't worry about spoilers tonight if I was you. I mean, we're gonna do story, but... like, there's two routes in this. Like, there's two routes, and you have to do both routes. So I'm imagining nothing super important is going to be happening. But it's possible something cool happens, but I'm not expecting anything cool or interesting to happen. If that makes sense. I've discovered yet another one taped to the walls of the temple. Why, what is this place coming to? Already taken down and disposed of. I'll go and make sure there aren't any more. Something wrong? There's trouble. We'll hear you out. Depending on the issue, we can even take it on as a job. Appreciate your concern, but things aren't quite so dire. We've merely had some occasional instances of unsavory flyers being posted or even distributed around our grounds. You mean to say someone's harassing the temple? If so, you should submit a report to the guild or police and have them handle the situation. Something happened in the game where nothing happens? Yeah, basically. Actually, these flyers concern a specific individual rather than the temple itself. Thus, we are in no position to press charges. So a targeted attack, huh? Don't suppose they're bounties for a certain phantom thief? So, who are the flyers about exactly? You might not be familiar with them, but they regard a young man named Aslan? I have no idea who that is. I feel like I've heard of him somewhere before. He's an up-and-coming Z1 racer who's been gaining steam lately. Oh, okay. The last race, he came close to catching Maxim Lugan, the current champion. Oh, so this one's gonna be dealing with racing, I'm guessing. Damn, must be a real speed demon. Rumor has it that this year's Grand Prix will boil down to a straight-out duel between the two. As Aslan's from the Central East and a good-looking guy to boot, so he's been a real top trending topic. Does he have any connection to this temple? Accomplishments as an immigrant have made him something of a celebrity among those of Central Eastern descent. As such, a great deal of his admirers are part of our congregation, making this the perfect place to try and ruin his image. The flyers do nothing but besmirch his character. They'll claim he's a violent brute or that he has ties to the mafia. How awful. Any of that rooted in reality? There's no concrete evidence to speak of, so I don't believe it's worth putting any stock into. The man himself has visited the temple a number of times. As far as I can tell, he is as devout and sincere a youth as can be. Sure, but sometimes it's the goody two-shoes types that have the most skeletons in their closet. Even still, this is clearly nothing more than a malicious smear campaign. Perhaps the guilty party is envious of his successes. But also, it could also be the work of the anti-immigration terrorists who can't handle a Central Easterner rise into fame. All men are equal before the winged goddess, Arusha. She draws no distinction between race or ethnicity. To go against this is nothing short of deplorable. If those flyers continue to appear, it may contribute to a disturbance to the temple, in which case you would still be obligated to file a complaint with the guild, despite not being the victim of defamation. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us if the need arises. I can only pray it doesn't. Nevertheless, we'll keep your kind offer in mind.
Praise be.
Alright, well that took like 30 minutes, and I feel like we didn't learn much. But yeah, honestly, not much has happened this game. The only interesting thing was in the intermission chapter, which is still freaking hilarious. And even then, I don't think it really advanced the story. It was just like a cool bit of Ren lore. Haven't seen that guy's mug in a while. Not that I'm complaining. The less of his anti-immigration activism, the better. Still, I do wonder about him. It must be a real piece of work. We just eavesdrop on you, so don't worry about it. You on the lookout for someone? Maybe we can give you a hand. No need to concern yourselves. I wouldn't exactly call it a problem anyhow. See, this is an anti-immigration protester. Often comes to demonstrate here, hasn't been around lately. Tell us more about this protester. The man's name is Jacobin. He's a wily sort, the kind who will keep leap at the chance to shove his radical rhetoric down your throat. We've cracked down on it time and time again, but it never did much to discourage him. Now he isn't showing up at all. You don't suppose that means he's finally had a change of heart? Doubt it. Well, whatever the case, just take care not to get suckered in by any screwball solicitors. Well, at least that one was short. He was the one who wrote that threatening letter in Erysion. Apparently, he went back to his old ways without missing a beat right after. You guys' anti-immigration sentiments run deep. If he's gone cold turkey, that raises a few eyebrows. Maybe he just changed locations? Could be. We'll keep an eye out.
Off we go.
So, I heard people saying that they felt like the story came to a complete stop in this chapter. And I was like, they have to be exaggerating. They have to be. No. I don't think they are. The story is going absolutely nowhere.
Please stop by again sometime.
Alas. Alas. Our great solutions, an A-ring bracer and a divine blade. Here to sample our eastern fare. Smell of it so rich, it takes me right back to Langport. I can feel my mouth watering already. Yeah, well, keep a leash on it until lunchtime. We're just making the rounds on Edith's rumor mills while we work through our forest PGs. Oh, well, one juicy tidbit I have is your run-in with the Lu family yesterday. You already know about that? That was like 15 years ago now for me because this is our second route. I do, albeit only superficially. While we're on the subject, I've been wondering what became of the Syndicate after the fact. Lu family bigwigs are still somewhere in the capital. Same goes for Hao and his men. Okay, so what they're up to is a mystery, but I do hear the Council of Elders will be making a big announcement soon. Could probably guess what it is. I anticipated a massive gambit from him, but it came a lot faster than I was thinking. I'm of no mind to follow his example, but his cunning and audacity are to be admired. To be fair, it isn't as if this is all bad for the Syndicate. Maybe not, but that doesn't mean I have to whoop it up. Well, I, for one, look forward to what the future holds for Huey, and by extension, the path you chose to tread. But enough about our internal affairs. I happen to have a piece of information here that might interest you. Please, anything. True Grievance Brigade has resumed their operations. So it's true. Heard from Elaine that they were on the move, though the guild doesn't have any specifics. At any rate, their core members should all be in custody now after what happened at Aramis. That alone if that alone were enough to deter them, they would have disbanded ages ago. I don't know who's currently leading their ranks, but they seem to be more zealous than ever. And I thought cockroaches were hard to stomp out. Easterners like us may be on their blacklist, but I doubt they're foolhardy enough to raise a hand against Huey. As long as they don't act against us, we'll extend the same courtesy to them. Rest of you aren't off their radars either, so you may want to watch your backs. Point taken. Thank you for the warning. Well, that happened. Someone's calling. Well, if it ain't the champion
guys.
himself.
How's it hanging? It's been a while since we met face to face. You've just been counting down the days, I bet.
Yeah, I'm hanging up. Why? Why did they cut the voice acting there? Whatever. Hold on a second. The least you could do is hear me out. I'll just get to the point. There's something important I wanted to ask of you guys. Really now. On the same day as the big race? Doesn't seem like a coincidence. You put it that way. I'd rather go over the nitty-gritty in person. Now's a bad time though. If now's a bad time though, I won't push my luck. Z1 related request, huh? Guess there's a chance it's connected to those terrorists. Actually, I think we can work you in. That right? Glad to hear it. Let's meet at 10:30 then. I'll be waiting at the Orbital Cafe in front of the station. See you on the flip side. What do you think he wants from us? He got all tense out of nowhere halfway through the call. Maybe there's trouble brewing over at the Grand Prix? Don't know any better than you, but whatever it is has my nose twitching. To advance the main story, select Meet Maximum at the cafe from the travel menu. Alright, so, yeah, that's everything. So, we'll go meet him next time, and maybe something will actually happen. For those of you on YouTube, I'm very sorry nothing happened this part, but that's the game's fault, not mine.